Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. I am so pleased to have with me here Mr. Mark Jacobson from Jacobson Brothers Meats and Deli. He is here gracing us with his presence prior to Memorial Day, and we are going to talk about grilling food, aren't we?
Yes, we are, Emily.
I'm very excited. Who would know better but Jacobson brother himself, Mark. So we're going to walk through a couple of things we have out here in front of us. Very excited because I myself love to grill. So I'm very pleased to be in the presence of this man who's the master. So, okay, tell us first about what we got going on in the steamy pot over here.
Well, right now we're going to be grilling some of our Jacobson's famous bratwurst. And these are handmade just up the road from the studio by these two hands, actually. I'm one of our head sausage makers. And it's an excellent fresh brat that we have available at all 5 of our retail locations here in Dane County. I just made 300 pounds of brats this morning already.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to get geared up for the big Memorial Day weekend.
That's right, hard working already today.
But here we've got our brats. In the pan here we've got some good beer and a little bit of butter. I like to put a little butter in with the beer.
Who doesn't like beer and butter? I mean,
Yes.
those are two of everyone's favorite things, right?
Exactly. And
All
then
right.
we simmer them in the beer until they're done. I mean, it usually can take about 10 minutes if you have a good hot simmer going. But
All right, look at that.
those cook in there. And then what I like to do is brown them on the grill at the very end.
Okay.
And if you have a big group, what I'll do is put the beer brats after they're browned back into the beer solution, and they'll stay warm and moist and
get more beery.
serve them right out of there to your guests.
Well, how long does it take to cook them? Because you have the raw brats here that, like you said, you made this morning. How long does it take once you put them in the beer? You've got some, a bunch of beer, just kind of pour it in to taste kind of thing. And then we've got some onions out here to show folks that that's kind of the way that you actually make a beer brat. Literally beer and onions, right? And a little butter.
Beer and onions, yes.
How long does it take to do the beer brat soakage / cooking from the beginning of when you put them in the pot there?
Well, that's kind of depend on how many people you have, how many brats you're going to be cooking.
Okay.
If you got a good boil going, and like here we just have 3 brats going, they'll be ready to brown on the grill, and you're kind of finishing them then after 10 minutes.
Oh, that's all? Okay.
Yeah.
Because, I remember growing up, my family, I'm from Wisconsin, everyone always made beer brats, and there would be like the cauldron, and it would just be like overflowing with like 25 brats at the same time. And I
Right.
felt like maybe, they like to cook them all day because people like the smell of beer in the air or whatever, but I remember it seemed like it took forever. Maybe I was just hungry at the time.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, and,
Okay.
and there's another way you can cook these. You can brown them first and then put them in the beer solution, but I don't like to do them that way because if you have a hot grill, they're going to sear that casing and all the juice is going to come out into the grill.
Oh, right.
It's better to pre-cook them in the liquid and then brown them and then back to the liquid and serve them out of the liquid.
Wow, those are lucky brats. They get to go from beer to grill, back to beer. That's a
Exactly.
pretty good deal. Okay, so I want to touch on a few things here. You said you had 5 locations. I know right down the street from the TV station here is where you do all your processing and production, and we're going to taste a little beer along with our beer brats here in a second. Thank you.
I'm going to add a little more. They're not quite covered.
Well, here, might as well do this too while you're at it.
Okay.
Might as well. We're gearing up for Memorial Day here. We might as well just go for it. So, as far as I know, we have the production down the street here on Sayin Road, and then we have a Stoughton location. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have Sun Prairie. We have North Madison. Is that Sherman?
Correct.
Okay. And then we have University Avenue and Watts Road, and are those both in Brennan's?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So we all kind of are aware of Brennan's. Within Brennan's now is Jacobson Brothers, and they've been there for quite a while on Watts Road and University?
Oh, yeah, since
Okay.
the late 90s.
Oh, that's great. So anywhere that you live in the Madison and surrounding communities, you can go ahead to Jacobson Brothers and get these brats. And we want to talk about a couple other popular items to cook on Memorial Day. Okay, shoot. What do you got?
Our most popular requests for Memorial Weekend are, number 1, I would say, is baby back ribs.
Ooh, love ribs.
We have probably one of the best small bone baby back rib available in Madison. Then we do a high choice steak. Our beef is we source out top 10% of choice. So it's not prime, but it's the top 10% of choice. So you get that nice flavor and marbling. For chicken, one of our most popular items is we have vacuum tumblers in all of our retail stores. What a vacuum tumbler is you put the chicken in with water and marinade. You pull a vacuum, you pull the air out of that stainless steel drum,
Oh, wow.
and then it tumbles on a wheel for about 45 minutes. And what it's doing, it's pulling a vacuum, pulling all that marinade into the muscle so that the
Wow.
flavors through the whole chicken breast rather than just soaked and on the surface.
Right.
It's sucked in from the vacuum.
Wow, this is amazing. I'm a big fan of marinating meats, and this is what I do is I pour it on, shake the heck out of it, right? And then stick it in the refrigerator and hope for the best and then put it on the grill and it's good. But this sounds like it like gets in every pore.
It's very
That is
juicy
so
and
cool.
flavorful.
Wow, vacuum tumbling meats.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to try this, not today, for another date. But just so you all know, you can get this kind of meats that's been vacuum tumbled, especially your chickens with Jacobson Brothers. And then a couple of the things we have here in front of us. In a moment, we're gonna get a chance to try those through the magic of the TV oven. But first, what we're gonna put up on our plates real quickly, we have the
That's our famous Jacobson's potato salad, which is also made right up the road here. We make it at our one manufacturing plant, and then we ship it around to our stores.
Okay.
And have a couple wholesale accounts outside of Madison
Okay, great.
that carry it also. But
awesome. And then we have the classic.
classic baked beans. Again, second to none. Our baked beans are
start
really
plating these up.
flavorful, thick, and
Voila.
just really good.
And then we have a picnic favorite, coleslaw.
The coleslaw is again made right up the road here at our Deli salad plant, and then distributed to all of our stores.
So I'm just gonna put little snacks on my plate here. I'm most excited to try these brats because they have been doing what they've been doing in this pot over here, as in boiling themselves in beer. So let me give this a try. So out of our Magic TV oven, Jacobson Brothers brats in beer, in onions, soaked for days.
Hey,
Fantastic.
You gotta wash it down with something.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Wash it down with beer. Perfect for Memorial Day. Mr. Mark Jacobson, thank you so much for being with us on the restaurant show, Jacobson's Meats and Deli. More on the restaurant show coming up after the break.